Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. Gang, we got the whole new Spider-Man retro wave in stock, and boom, we got Hallows-Eve. And this is a character who I've been up on, down on, and all around the houses with. You want to hear my opinion on her? Here it goes. First of all, of course, it goes without saying, she looks gorgeous in the retro wave packaging, but we're not here to talk about packaging because ultimately I do just throw that away. What we're going to talk about is the figure itself. And out of the packaging, I got to say, she actually looks pretty good. There are some good parts and some bad parts, but overall, they make a nice figure. You want to hear more about it? Here it goes. Hallows-Eve. This is the main squeeze of BenReilly when he becomes Chasm. Basically gets a whole bunch of ooky spooky type powers. It's all a bit nebulous and, well, rubbish. I hated the story, but in spite of myself, I kind of like the character of Hallows-Eve. Hallows-Eve is BenReilly's girlfriend who was gifted these extraterrestrial supernatural powers by Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen. So she has this satchel here, and inside the satchel she's got a whole bunch of Halloween masks, and every time she puts one on, she gets the powers of that mask. If it's a werewolf, she becomes a werewolf. If it's a vampire, Dracula, she becomes a vampire. You get the idea. Although then again, if it's Satan, if it's a devil, I don't know. Does she? What is a devil power? I honestly don't know. That notwithstanding, though, she does have the power to make a good-looking action figure. So first things first, she's on the new-ish female body. I say new-ish with the ish because this isn't new. It's just a female body. Anything less than this would be like, come on, Hasbro, state of the body you're using. So it's okay, but it is basic because now we got the quote-unquote finger gesture, highly articulated Black Widow, which is just what an action figure should be in 2024. And she doesn't have what Black Widow has. So she doesn't have the waist crunch, the ab crunch, or anything like that. It's just the upper torso swivel. So it would be nice if she had those, but we don't have those. But what she does have is pretty good. Basically, pinless knees. That's nice. Pinless elbows. Also nice. I'm going to be saying nice things about this figure. What I'm also going to do is take the masks out of her hands because the hands, they're not specially made to hold these and they will fall off eventually. But let's talk about these later. First of all, working our way down, the face sculpt with the hood and the shawl around her. Yeah. This is really, really nice. I like it. I love the way that the hood sits really close and comfortable over her head. It is a separate piece, so you can manipulate the hood and you can have it sort of covering half her face or all the way across. You can play about with it to get different kind of looks and styles. That's really, really nice. And of course, the face itself is this very Jokerized mannequin kind of look, or Harlequin. That's what I was thinking. Not mannequin, Harlequin. That's the look with the kind of bandito mask on there. She's got a good animated, bright, jokery kind of smile. I really, really dig it. So the sculpting is really nice. Even the teeth, you've got the individual teeth, and often that will look a bit weird. It'll look like a stick of corn on the cob sometimes, especially in Mezco. The Mezco's teeth look awful most of the time. But Hasbro Marvel Legends, they've done a really nice job. And then just after that, it's just a plain female body. There's nothing, no extra sculpting, no nothing. So nothing to report on. But she does have the little Halloween pumpkin shawl here. And the pumpkins, they're all separately, sculpted in there. Nice bit of black paint on there. It's good. What is here is very clean. It's very neat, very crisp. Everything sort of is bold. That's this entire line. It's very bold, bright, popping. Probably the reason because of that is because there's no shading on it. There's no shading or washes. So there's no slight variance in color. It's all just blam, primary colors bursting off the shelf, which is nice, but it can look a little bit plastic. Bit tacky sometimes as well. When there's no paint, it's just molded plastic. So that's a good and a bad point. Also, she's pretty much just two primary colors. That's it. Just orange and black. I know orange isn't a primary color. Don't come at me, all right? But that's it. So again, popping, but no extra detail. So it's the same orange on the hood that's on the scarf, that's on the legs, that's on the arms, that's pretty much on the hair as well, and that's like a little bit of a shame. The hair might be, if you took it to a B&Q color grader, it might tell you it's a slightly different shade of orange. I can't tell with my elderly 42-year-old eyes. I can't tell if the hair is a different color from the hood. I don't think it is, but it all looks the same. So details and finer points tend to get lost when it's all just one color on top of each other. So again, just like I've said with previous reviews, a little bit of extra shading and stuff, God, it would go a long way, but we just don't have that with Marvel Legends. What we do have, though, is a nice little accessory with the handbag here. I know we've had this handbag many a time with goblins, both Green and Hob, and also Mary Jane Watson as well had this satchel. It's a fine satchel. The purple goes really nicely with the orange. Just the color aesthetics look real nice. Just screams Halloween, and I love Halloween, so I love the aesthetic. But some of these purses we've had in the past had extra paint. They had paint on the buckle and the satchel and stuff. We don't have any. This is just a molded bit of purple plastic. So, yeah, you feel like they could have put a little bit more work in there if they wanted to. But the work we did get are on these two masks here, and these are real nice. They're real nice. I'd go so far as to say, I actually kind of love these masks. This devil and this Dracula mask here, what I like most about them is these are straight off of the comic covers. I don't know if maybe it's Spider-Man Annual, maybe there's a recent Hallows-Eve featured story where she tries to break BenReilly out of his prison in Limbo. It was a nothing story. It's one of those stories where if you don't read it, you've literally missed nothing. She tries to break him out, she fails. The end. It's like, oh, that was $5 for a whole lot of nothing. That's the problem with a lot of comics these days. Nonetheless, though, these masks are really, really great. There's less paint on her here than there is actually on this devil mask. You look at all the details. The devil mask, there's a wash on this face. It's not just a plain red, or I don't think it is. You got the lovely dark black shading here, the yellow on the eyes. More work has gone into this face here than on many other faces that we've seen previously. That in itself is really quite amazing. And then similar, with the Dracula mask, it's bright white, so it's more bold. But still, you've got the yellow eyes, then you've got the red in the yellow, then you've got the black in the red in the yellow on the white face. A lot of work being done there. The little bit of blood trickle down the side of his mouth as well. It feels like a bit of a labor of love, which is really, really sweet. I dig that. And it really makes this figure come to life when she's holding the two masks. Because she only has primary colors in herself. And again, I know it's not primary colors in orange. Don't come at me for that. You know what I mean. These are the primary colors of her. She is orange and black. And now she's got the masks as well, and that makes her more interesting to look at. So pairing her up with Chasm, who again, don't like what they did with the character, but I love the design style of BenReilly with this luminous green on the gray and the black. Like, I think that's so aesthetically appealing. I don't like the story, but I love this ooky, spooky couple, so I've kind of got on board with it. Because if you can't beat them, join them. At least we got BenReilly in the comics in some capacity. I'll take it. Sometimes you got to find happiness in life where you can do, which is what these two did. They were like, hey, okay, you're a clone and I'm wanted by the police and now I'm possessed with limbo powers. You know what? Let's make the best of it. So these two young kids do, and I think we can as well. In fact, all things considered, you know what? I just saw. We actually do have some extra paint on the satchel. It's not on the buckle itself, but you got some little silver on the side here. You got some more paint here. You know what? I kind of like that. So much so, I'm ready to give her a grade. So for Hallows Eve, I'm going to give this figure 3 stars out of 5. That's very much a middle-of-the-road kind of grading, but this is just middle-of-the-road kind of figure. She doesn't have some crazy new unique feature or special engineering going for her. She's the classic Marvel Legends formula of a reused body with a new head and a couple of accessories, but they do the job nicely. So that gives her a secure, solid, boom, 3 out of 5, a great average quality Marvel Legend. And folks, that does it for my review of Hallows Eve. One other point I want to make also is that her hands are just generic sort of grippy hands. They're not really designed specifically to grip the masks. So she will do. You can hold her posed with the masks, but don't like shake her about too much because they will just fall through her little plastic hands. But I won't knock her down too much because you can get her posed like that. So that's okay. But on the whole, yeah, even though it's an average grade, I'm quite happy with this figure. Guys, what do you think about her? Comment below, let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 clicks. Should have taken an extra breath to say that. But if you do, then you click the like, share, and subscribe buttons. It really helps out the channel. So gang, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.